All right, welcome. Today, we are going to tackle something super important for your marketing apprenticeship, the K1 Knowledge Standard. We're going to break down what it is, how you can actually use it every single day at work, and, this is the big one, how you prove you've mastered it for your endpoint assessment. So this is the million-dollar question, isn't it? You're learning all this cool theory, but how do you actually make that connection between the textbook and your to-do list? How do you use it to really launch your career? Well, that's what this is all about. And to do it, we're going to follow the journey of an apprentice who is in the exact same boat as you. So let me introduce you to our hero, Jody. She's a level 4 marketing apprentice at a company called IBIS Stores. And right now, she's on a big quest to absolutely nail the K1 knowledge standard for her EPA. We're going to follow her entire journey, from getting her head around the theory to acing that final assessment. Now, you know every hero needs a solid support team, right? And Jody's is awesome. You've got Riddle, her manager, who sets up all the real-world projects. Then there's Adam, her mentor. He's the theory whiz who really unpacks the tricky models. And finally, there's Olivia, her coach, who is the expert guide for everything EPA-related, showing her exactly how to show off her skill. Okay, first things first, on any quest, you have to understand the map, right? And for us, that map is K1. So let's take a minute and really get to grips with what this whole thing is actually about. So KPI is basically the foundation of everything you do in marketing. It's the strategy behind the tactics. It's not just about, firing off an email or making a social media post. It's about understanding the core reasons why those things work. It is the why that makes your what so much more powerful. And smack bang in the middle of K1, you'll find the famous 7 Ps, the extended marketing mix. Now this is your secret weapon. But it's not just a list you memorize, it's a whole system where everything works together. Think about it. Think about Starbucks, right? Their product is coffee, yeah? But the price makes it feel like a premium treat. The place is that comfy chair you can work from. The promotion is that little app on your phone. Their people, the baristas, are super well trained. The process is crazy fast. And the physical environment is that same cozy smell and look in every single store. Getting how all 7 of these connect? That is the absolute key for Jody and for you. Okay, so theory is great, but it's kind of useless if it just stays in a book, right? So let's see how Jody, with her manager Riddle giving her real projects, takes these big ideas and actually uses them in her job at IBIS Stores. Now, to make this super easy to follow, we're going to zoom all the way in on just one of the 7 Ps, product. This is a perfect way to see that crystal clear line connecting what you learn in theory to what you're actually doing at your desk every day. This is where Jody's mentor, Adam, gives her a real aha moment. He explains that product isn't just the thing they sell. It's about the problem it solves. It's about the value it gives to the customer. That simple shift in thinking changes everything. And boom, this is how that theory gets put into action. See, Jody isn't just being told about the product. She's getting her hands dirty. She's out there doing market research to figure out what customers actually want. She's digging into their feedback to make the product even better. And she's making sure the marketing team and the product team are speaking the same language. Okay, another massive part of K1 is segmentation. Honestly, this is the secret sauce to making marketing work. Instead of just shouting a message out to everyone, that's the shotgun approach, Jody learns to slice her audience into specific, manageable groups. She might use demographics like age, or psychographics like their hobbies and values, or even behavior like what they've bought before. This lets her create campaigns that feel like they're talking directly to you, which is why they work so well. So Jody is doing amazing work. She's using the theory, she's getting results, but how does she prove it? This is where her coach, Olivia, becomes so important. She's the one who shows Jody how to turn all that great work into solid, undeniable evidence for her APTM portfolio. And that portfolio is the system you'll use to log all your learning and track your progress. And Olivia's #1 rule is this: you have to burn this into your brain. It's so important. If it's not documented, it didn't happen. It's a reminder that you have to think like a detective throughout your entire apprenticeship, always collecting that proof of your skills in action. Think of this slide as your cheat sheet for evidence. It's really straightforward. Look at the connection between what you do and what you need to upload. So if you've designed a launch strategy, you don't just say you did it, you upload the strategy document itself, showing exactly how you used the 7 Ps. If you made a targeted email campaign, you upload the segmentation plan and the report showing how it performed. And for every single thing, you need to add a reflective statement that explains what your role was and what impact you made. That part is absolutely crucial. All right, deep breaths. Jody has put the theory into practice. She's collected all her evidence. Now it's time for the final challenge, the final boss, if you will, the EPA professional discussion. But listen, this isn't something to be scared of. It's your chance to really shine and tell the story of everything you've accomplished.
And you'll probably get a question that sounds a lot like this one. They just want you to connect the dots for them. They're not trying to trip you up, I promise. They're basically handing you the microphone and asking you to tell them the story of your great work, using the professional marketing language you now know so well. Now look at the difference here, because it is huge. A good answer is fine. It lists a few of the Ps, but a distinction level answer, that shows you're thinking strategically. It proves you didn't just look at a few Ps on their own. You understood how all 7 of them work together like a well-oiled machine to create one brilliant, effective strategy. That's the level you want to be aiming for.
So, after following Jody on her whole quest, it really just boils down to this one simple, powerful formula. Learn the theory, put it into action in your job, and gather the evidence to prove it. Seriously, that's it. That is the guaranteed path to smashing your apprenticeship.
And that pretty much brings us to the end of our story. But really, it's the beginning of yours. Just like Jody, you've got this framework now. You know the formula. So the question I want to leave you with is this. What one little piece of K1 theory, could be one of the 7 Ps, could be an idea for segmentation, anything. What are you going to consciously put into action tomorrow?